My name is Massimo Zubelli. I'm the CEO of the group, and welcome today to our speech about the Laerthes project, which is for us a proud area of interest and investments, on which we will pioneering the harvesting or the eHarvesting solutions. And with me, there will be on our speech Mr. Riccardo Marini, who is our chief engineer in Varese, particularly dedicated to the harvesting machines. There will be Professor Aurelio Somà from the Polytechnic of Turin and owner and shareholder of Ecotea, which is our partner together with the Politecnico within this project, and engineer Fancesco Mocera, which is who is with us in this project and will lead, let's say, the counter side or the counterpart of Riccardo in these 3 years. Very interesting project for us. Let me introduce a little the group and the perimeter of the discussion of the Laerthes. Today, FYELD, it is here in Agritechnica as the first time in its history. We presented the brand and the group in EIMA in November last year. And today we represent and we are integrating and collecting 6 companies: Varese Tomato Harvesters, Cult, which is a German branded company of mechanical weeders and weeding removing systems, Ortec, which is a leading company in the world on baby leaf harvesting and the transplanters, Agricola Italiana, which is the world leader on the precision planting, particularly for vegetables and horticulture, Toselli, which is again a leader in the niche of spraying pooled sprayers and focused on vegetable and horticulture, and Grimm, which is our company in Jesi, in the center of Italy, which is a leading company in what we call compact self-propelled sprayers. And so we cover all of these companies, the group FYELD, which is the cap and the image of the group on these very famous and historical brands in their segment. Our history began in June 2022. Together with some shareholder present here, we entered into the Varese company, having on our shoulders, on our back, a financial group, a financial institution, which was High Capital Partners, is an Italian fund, at that time bought 100% of Varese. Then at the end of 2022, we added to our financial platform Grimm, the self-propelled boom sprayers. In the middle of 2023, Ortec. And then, let's say, having some with these companies to think about the group or a name of a group in order, let's say, to strengthen to the customer, particularly leverage to the customer mind, the power of a group, which is one of the big jump of these small size companies. We are here in Germany, there are big groups, and we are speaking about small companies focused on market niches. And with FYELD, we give to them the opportunity to grow up in several areas of the business. Then at the end of November, in the end of 2024, we added to the group Cult and Toselli. And then in December, a big fund, which is named Whitebridge, again, is an Italian fund made of private investors, decided to enter and to buy the 80% of the group. So today the shareholders are 80% Whitebridge, 16% High Capital Partners, the previous or the original fund who started in 2022, and the small amount to the management, where we represent, of course, with the chairman, the part of people that invested into the group. And then in August 2025, we enter into the company Agricola Italiana, on which we are starting the process of integration into the group. So you see, today the cake represents our business. Big part is the heavy-duty harvesters, tomato and pepper harvesters. We have part of our business on precision planters, sprayers, baby leaf harvesters, parts, and soil preparation, which is for us a very small niche, not interesting in terms of technology for our group. We are today a company of 84 million euro turnover. We have double-digit EBITDA and profit. So we are pushing market niches in order, let's say, we can grow up companies with a good profit. And so we are able to invest in technology like this kind of project. And on the industrial side, not only on parts and other kind of investment we can give to this group on strategic long-term vision, a growing strategy. We sold last year almost 500 units, which is between harvesters and the big machines. Okay, we have many customers. We have 5 production plants you will see later in Italy. We are 250 people, and we sell 70% of our machines out of Italy. So we are no more an Italian group. Our big market is China. We hopefully we develop Germany as a second market. Then we have Spain, Portugal, Turkey. It is another big market for us. So wherever there is a belt or a production of vegetables and horticulture, we are present. This is the area that is usually called high-value crops. And this is why we are investing in this market segment, because we believe there is a space for a big group into this niche of the agricultural machinery business. These are the 5 plants we have in Italy. So we have 2 plants in the northeast in Padova, which is Ortec, Cult, and Agricola Italiana. We have 2 plants in the center, north center of Italy, close to Bologna, Toselli, and close to Ferrara, Pilastri, where there is historically the manufacturing plant of Guaresi. And in the center of Italy, Iesi, where we have our boom sprayers company. This is the vision of the group. So we started in 22 with this picture. And if you look at this picture, you see that from the soil preparation through the crop care and the seeding and transplanting up to the harvesting. So the vision is to cover for vegetables and horticultural application the full agronomic cycle. So today with Cult and Ortec, we are into the soil preparation area. Green, Toselli, and Cult, we are into a traditional and non-traditional crop care systems. We have seeding, we have precision planters and transplanters, so we cover also this area. Again, we cover the crop care after, and with Guaresi, pepper, tomato, and the baby leaf harvesters, we cover in this area also the harvesting equipment.
I'm Marini Riccardo, and I'm the head of the technical office of Guaresi, and here am I to talking about the project as a supervisor of this project. As you can see from the title, the project we are presenting is focused on the possibility to actively reduce the pollution due to the massive use of the machine, the harvester machine, the big one in the field. There's technical data of our partnership. Massimo has already spoke about our partner. To achieve this goal, we have identified strategic partners who, through their support and their experience, will be able to lead us to the desired result. Ecotea, our technological partner, which count, among other things, a participation of a previous live Athena, named Athena, in collaboration with another Italian company for the electrification of an agricultural tractor, Carraro, if I remember. Polytechnico of Torino, with Fancesco Mocera. The support of university has been essential for the creation of the correct baseline and in the identification of the environmental impact KPIs to be improved. And last but not least, Conesa is our partner, Spanish, is a group located in Badajoz, in Extremadura, that deals with tomato processing, which allow us to carry out the first field test and will contribute to the dissemination on the activities undertaken.
Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. My name is Aurelio Somà. I am a professor in Polytechnico di Torino, and I founded Ecotea, that is was a startup. I founded it 7 years ago in Turin. And Ecotea main activity is to develop in the field of transition, ecological transition, the electrification of vehicles for agriculture and construction machinery. Of course, is the continuation, the industrial continuation of a part of a long-term research activity that I started a lot of years ago. For me, it's very important to be here in Hannover because, and to see here in this room a lot of Italian technicians and managers, because we are proud to be one of the engineer group that we win the Ecotea, the Agritechnica gold medal in 2013 with Merlo, with the electrification of telescopic machine, and that machine was designed by myself with the well-known Amilcare Merlo, that was a big partner of myself in the beginning of this long journey of electrification. Well, I say long journey because now, after more than 15 years, we can say that it's correct that transition is not an ideological electric transition, but we have to focus on the real need of the market. And we can see in this presentation and in this project some example. Now, after 7 years, Ecotea is a system integrator. We develop and we design vehicles, machine, and also some particular components. In our strategy, we buy from the market some components, and we develop some particular component by ourselves. It's very difficult to summarize this activity, but you can see in the slide that from engineering and design point of view, we mechanical design some components, some electric parts, some electronic part, but we can focus on three part of this slide that is our main components. The software and IoT monitoring data. The data will be very important in the future, and of course the transition of machine will boost the amount of data that we need. Then we develop an innovative patented sensorized battery pack. We have our own battery pack that we have an international patent, because in this patent we put the idea of realize a state of charge and state of health directly sensorized on the cells. Main technological challenge that we are facing on is to go in the transition electrical, but moreover the energy saving in order to have a real application 5.0 in terms of evaluating the energy saving and energy consumption. So arriving today with the Laerthes project, of course the previous experience are fundamental for Ecotea, and also in order to bring in this project the engineering experience. And together with Guaresi, we would like to proceed with the electrification of the harvesting machine, with particular reference with the Super G that Riccardo previously introduced, and then Francesco will mainly describe in some particular aspect. And in the project, we will work on 2 prototypes of Super G, and will be developed in the next 2 years. Very briefly, you can see here the organization of the European project, of course, a different work package, where you can see different aspects that will be more or less technical, of course, very, very deeply technical, but also an approach to disseminate this long journey of transition and new technology, as we are doing today. In fact, it's very important that if at the end of this presentation, we will reach from you some curiosity and some question, that we are open to to give you some more explanation and answer. The logical and temporal development of the project graphically described in this slide will give you the idea to the interconnection of the partnership. Of course, as you see in my presentation, our experience in engineering of electrification will help Guaresi to go deeply in the electrification. But of course, there is very, very important a strong interconnection with the two companies in order to arrive to the manufacturing and realizing of the prototyping and to arrive in the field test. The timeline graphically show the idea of the time that is running in this project of 3 years. It was very important for me to give you some more comments on this slide, because the field testing phase is very, very important. During the period when processing tomatoes, because tomatoes we have in summer, okay? So you can see 3 different moments of the harvesting. We already completed in the summer 2025 the baseline with traditional machine. Now we are developing the first prototype, and the next summer in Spain with the partner Conesa, we will test it. And then with cherry tomatoes, with small tomatoes, we will arrive to demonstrate also in-field testing in 2027 in south of Italy with the derivation of the second hybrid machine and the second prototype.
Good afternoon to everyone. I'm Fancesco Mocera, and I am a professor at Politecnico di Torino of machine design for electric propulsion system. And what we'll see in the next slide is more or less a very brief summary of what are the main key goal of the project from the engineering point of view, and also from the environmental impact point of view. That is quite an important aspect for the LIFE program. Just to give you a brief idea of what will be the basic structure of and architecture of the machine, of course, we will have the important introduction of electricity on board of the machine, pairing an electric motor to a downsized diesel engine with 2 main purposes. One is to produce electricity, and in the cases where the mechanical load is too high, this electric machine is also able to help the diesel engine to overcome the applied load. This is possible because we have a buffer, that is the battery pack, the high voltage battery pack that will be installed on the machine. And this buffer will be also will give us the possibility to use another level of voltage on board of the machine that you can see here on this black box of 48 volt, because we want to keep high voltage in the smallest part and area possible of the machine in order to maintain the correct level of safety, and move to 48 volt as much as possible auxiliaries that we have on the machine. This, of course, will give us an important achievement, that is the possibility to reduce the losses due to the oil transportation, and also the possibility to improve the control of the actuators. Of course, this is although the timeline is quite strict, this is a process that needs a little bit of graduality in terms of electrification. So this is the reason why we divided the project into 3 main steps. The first one, of course, is the monitoring of the baseline to obtain what is the current consumption of the machine in each subsystem of it. Then, based on the requirements that we are processing from the baseline, we are introducing the first step, the Super G Eco, where we will have the introduction of electric energy, substituting some hydraulic subsystem with the electric system. And one important key aspect that I want to emphasize, we will explore the adoption of biolubricants in order to reduce as much as possible the impact of possible oil losses that we can have on the field.